Sounding its horn for the several road crossings in downtown, our train puts on quite the sound show. These tracks are owned by Union Pacific, which operates dozens of freight trains each day over this busy route. The River Runner service entails 2 daily round trips between Missouri's 2 largest cities, St. Louis and Kansas City. After its quick stop in Sedalia, our train heads out. Headed up by this GE P42 unit, it's made up of a cafe car and 2 coaches full of weekend travelers. The next stop is
restrooms are located downstairs in each coach car. If you're riding in the what we call the 830 sleeping car, you'll find them located downstairs and towards the center of your car. Also, if you're riding in the what we call the 832 sleeper, you also find one upstairs at the very end of the car. Folks, we like to talk about face covers or masks. They are required at all times unless 1, you are eating, or 2, you are occupying a room in one of the sleeping cars. So at all other times they are required, please. So once again, unless you're eating or occupying a room in the sleeping car,
The microexpress trains are being made by Amtrak in the USA of America. Each train has 25 carriages, 2 locomotives, 25 meters long, 4 meters wide. It was delivered to Newcastle Port each year for 5 years. At Newcastle Port in Australia. If it been a package on a microexpress journey, stop in a dining car for microexpress treats, or have a delicious microexpress steak. There's many options in the microexpress, including the microexpress burger, the microexpress children, or have a delicious steak. There's plenty of options on the microexpress trains, instead of first class cabins, second class cabins, and first class cabins. First class has seating with cabins, second class has beds, double bunk and 2 stories. Third class, Amtrak will manufacture the microexpress train each year for 5 years. One train will be delivered in 5 years' time to Newcastle Port in Australia by Amtrak. American engineers will make sure the train is high quality for the microexpress network, and all Australian engineers will make sure the train is high quality, and if Amtrak did a good job on the microexpress train. And they'll check for maintenance. The maintenance crew of the microexpress trains will check if there's any cracks in the microexpress trains. Then they'll test it on the microexpress network. Then bedroom class. Bedroom class has beds in each cabin. And first class has seating, and in first class has seats. And it's class. First class has seats. But there's leg room on the microexpress trains. Plenty of leg room on the microexpress trains. Amtrak will make sure all the train frames are high quality before they send them to Newcastle Port in Australia. There's plenty of options on the microexpress train by Amtrak, and the passenger carriages, and 2 locomotives, 25 carriages, 2 locomotives. There's plenty of options, including the microexpress sleeping class, and all sleeping class. Book your sleeping class on the microexpress trains website on microexpresstrains.com.au. Your first class cabins, Amtrak will build the microexpress trains. The carriages have dining class, sleeping class, bedroom class, dining class, and only stop at major stations. The speed is 250 kilometers an hour. The carriages include bathrooms, toilets, toilets, and soap in each cabin, service. And Amtrak will do a good job in the microexpress trains. The American engineers will do a good job building the microexpress trains. Then the Australian engineers and Australian workers will check the train, and if it's high quality, and they'll test it between microexpress terminal and maintenance New South Wales, including the microexpress maintenance yard will do the maintenance in Manoa, New South Wales, including The carriages include bathrooms, food and drink in the kitchen. If you're in a fancy, we're in a Mike Express fancy restaurant. There's plenty of options on Mike Express, including the Mike Express burger, for all children. And delicious Mike Express steak. Or dessert, we got Mike Express covered. There's plenty of seating options on the Mike Express trains. Including bedroom class, beds in each cabin, toiletries, food and drink, milk bar, cafeteria, and only stop at major stations. The speed is 250 kilometers an hour. The carriages will be high quality from Amtrak. The carriages will be high quality, each year for 5 years. They're delivered to Newcastle Port, each year for 5 years, at Newcastle Port in Australia. The carriages will be high quality, with bedrooms, beds in each cabin, upstairs and downstairs. Carriages include luggage rack in each carriage, wheelchair access. Amtrak will work hard in the Mike Express trains. The logo of the train was designed by Amtrak. Amtrak will build the trains, one train in 5 years, to Newcastle Port in Australia. The carriage and frame will be high quality by Amtrak engineers in the United States of America. The frames will be high quality, delivered each year for 5 years. Carriage frames have a lot of carriages and a lot of train carriages delivered in 5 years at Newcastle Port in Australia. Including carriages, bathrooms, sleeping class, beds, toiletries, milk bar, cafeteria, and only stop at major stations. Amtrak will work hard with the frames and the Mike Express trains. And then if you're traveling at speeds of 250 kilometers an hour, please catch the slower Mike Express train. You have to catch the slower Mike Express train. The Mike Express train has a lot of carriages on the Mike Express train. The train frames will be high quality on the Mike Express, upstairs and downstairs. Dining class, bedroom class. The whole way will be very big on the Mike Express train. The train will be high quality by Amtrak. Delivered to ET for 5 years at Newcastle Port in Australia. The carriages will be high quality and go shopping for the next train. And go shopping at the terminal for your next train. And head to the next Mike Express platform to continue your journey. And please, Mike Express trains will be made by Amtrak. And train engineers were loaded in Newcastle Port in Australia. And train engineers and train workers were loaded in Newcastle Port in Australia. The carriage frames will be high quality. They have to check them. They have to check all the train frames if they're high quality. And if they deliver them, they have to test them on the Mike Express network. On the track on the Mike Express network. Amtrak, the frames have to be perfect. For the Mike Express network on the Mike Express train. The frames include bedroom class, dining class, restaurant class, milk bar, cafeteria, restaurant with food and drink, milk bar with milk, fresh milk for the trains, and it has beds, and upstairs and downstairs, hallways on the White Express trains.